Working 40 hours a week and getting paid 26 times a year was never my destiny. The day I knew I couldn't work a 9 to 5 anymore was the day that everything completely changed. For most people, working a 9 to 5 is cool. You get paid consistently, you know your money is coming in, you know how much is coming in, and you can adjust to your life in that way. For me, this seemed like a mental prison. I knew that getting paid 26 times a year was going to be extremely difficult for me to get to where I wanted to be in life. I'm Alex Otto. I help people start and scale their car rental business. The day I knew I couldn't work a 9 to 5 anymore was in 2021. At that time, I was working for a tech company. I was working in operations. And this was a great company. I did enjoy my time there. But at that time, my manager had been at the company for over 25 years. And I had a personal conversation with my manager. And I came to realize very, very quickly that he had a lot of regrets in his life. He regretted not going to a different company. He regretted not starting some of the ideas that he had, and he personally told me that himself. What a lot of people don't realize is that time just doesn't stop, okay? So regardless of what's going on in your life around you, time will continue going. Money can come and go. You can always make more money, and of course, you can always make less money. So the most valuable asset is time, because time is the only thing that you never get back. You can never get back more time. You only get less and less of it as you get older. So when it comes to making decisions, you have to incorporate the fact that you never get the time that you currently have back again. So if you're working 40 hours a week and you know that every single week, that time that you work, you're never getting back, is it really worth it if money is just the motivator? If it's just about a consistent paycheck? Is it not worth to take a shot in the dark to see if the ideas and dreams that you have can actually be achieved? It's one thing if you don't have any aspirations to do anything more, and that is completely okay. Even though life is going to pass you by, even though the people around you are going to outgrow you. Because as human beings, we're designed for growth. Okay, imagine if a baby said that they didn't want to grow anymore. Okay, then you're just stuck as a baby. So it doesn't matter at what stage in life that you are. If you decide to stop growing, you're stuck in that stage of your life forever. And when it comes to a 9 to 5, 9 to 5 is designed to stop you from growing. This is why they give you a consistent paycheck and they give you consistent hours to work during the week. That false stability puts you in a sense of security where you don't want to do any more because you don't feel like you have to. And on top of that, they punish the people who do more. So if you work extra hours, you make marginally more money. You're still limited, okay? And you're still limited to the amount of hours you can work because there's only 24 hours in a day, okay? If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you smash the like button. There's only 24 hours in a day. So you can really, at maximum, if you're superhuman, work for 24 hours. If you're capped at an hourly rate, you can still only make that much money in the best case scenario that you work every single day. All right? But once you switch over from tying your time to money to tying assets to money, there's no amount of cap or limit for how many assets you can obtain. Your only limitation is obviously money. But we know in the business world that you have access to credit, funding. You can always get more money if it's just about the money, right? So, and you have over 4,000 banks and financial institutions in the United States that will give you access to capital. So, knowing this information, once I learned this stuff, it was very difficult for me to stay in my 9 to 5. Now, every single idea that I wanted to pose, I was able to at least start it. And I tried many different businesses just to try to escape. I tried e-commerce, crypto, trading, Amazon. I tried everything. Okay. And looking back, I didn't fail at all those businesses because I was destined to fail. I failed at those businesses because I didn't have the right information. And I learned this once I started my car rental business. In my car rental business, I found success early, which is rare in business. Okay? My very first year, my very first car, I bought and was rented out for a year straight. That's not normal. Okay? Well, I thought that wasn't normal, but in the car rental business, that's kind of normal. But at the time, I thought that wasn't normal, so I thought I had hit a jackpot. Okay? Now I did still go through my challenges. But later, as more challenges were coming in, I went to seek out the information, I went to seek out mentorship, I went to get help. Because I'm limited to only what I know. So if you're starting a new business, you know nothing about the business. Okay? That's why a lot of people stick with a safe job. Because you know your job, you know what to expect. So it feels secure. But once you're in the entrepreneur world, there's no security. It's just what you know and then what you can get access to. So if it's getting access to other people that know more than you, that can get you to where you're trying to go, or people that are already where you want to go, is it not worth closing that gap, right, by getting around those people? So once you understand these things, it gets very hard for you to get back into the 9 to 5 mindset. And I've thought about going back. I've had opportunities, right, to make more money than I could ever make by going back to a 9 to 5, and I still said no. Okay, so it's the mindset. All right, the day I realized that I didn't want to work in 9 to 5 anymore, my mindset changed, and then I went to seek out the information. Right, I went to go seek out the knowledge. I went on YouTube, just like how you are now. I watched YouTube videos. I found mentors. I joined communities, and I saw that there were actually a whole bunch of people in a whole other world who were making money independently, who were making money without a job. And then I saw that it was possible. And not only did I see it was possible, I saw that the reward for taking that risk was much, much greater than I could possibly imagine. Okay? So I want everyone to have that mindset shift. All right? So if you enjoyed this video, definitely subscribe to the channel and check out the next video. If you're serious and not curious about starting and scaling your car rental business, I have a link in my description with access to my free Facebook community. In that community, you get access to 200 plus people across the nation who are trying to do the exact thing you're trying to do. All right? And I pick my students out of my Facebook community. So if you're serious about starting and you're looking for mentorship, you have to join the community, and then you have to jump on a call with me, and then we'll talk. All right? And I'll see you on the next video.